I'm going to walk you through the new virtual training for while we are not doing in-person one-on-ones. So on the trainer Holy Grail, I have updated some things. This video will be found right here if you need to ever go back and rewatch it. But we are going to encourage you guys to message the first 3 steps of the 2 videos just because tagging people in things can get pretty lost. So I've just been messaging them. Here's your next 3 steps, and that message is at the very top of the regular Holy Grail right here. So I've been messaging them these 2 things. And then, step number 3 that I tell her is to download that one-on-one worksheet. Where you guys can find the paperwork to have on hand, we're still going to utilize a binder to keep track of all of your new girls' information. Still writing down the same things on the next steps worksheet. Still doing an after party appointment call. So this might be a little bit different. Not everyone might be doing virtual parties right now. They might just be pushing team-wide parties. So this is definitely just case by case, but definitely for sure doing a 90-day check-in as well still. The new one-on-one meeting agenda can be found here, and it is also shortened. Which we're just going to download here and pop that up. I'm going to follow through on this side here with how I'm going to be doing this. And then on the right-hand side, I'll be kind of showing you guys exactly where I'm talking about, okay? So I recommend as you watch this video to follow along with your own one-on-one meeting agenda. You could either print this off, you could have it on your phone, you could have it on your iPad, but making sure that you just follow along during your one-on-one using the checklist. So we're still going to welcome the new consultant and just ask right away, does she have a notebook and a pen and a calendar handy? We are going to ask if she downloaded the one-on-one worksheet. And if she didn't, then I'm just going to quickly ask the questions. I'm asking, first and foremost, are you wanting to just get a personal discount? Are you wanting to test out the team-wide parties, invite your friends, make money with just your website where you don't have to do a demo? Or are you wanting to eventually do your own virtual parties and in-home parties? Where do you kind of stand right now where you think you might go with the business? And I'm writing that down so I can tailor my trainings to her because not everybody wants to do virtual parties right now. So I just need to know where she stands. I'm asking her how much money per month she would want to make for this to be worth her time. I'm also asking who are the first 3 people that she wrote down who she can ask for the team-wide party or to buy products or for a virtual party. And then also, what's her job? What are her hobbies? What's her family like? Is her partner supportive? I try to get to know all of those things, which are listed right here. Another good thing, too, to ask is, is she currently working? Especially, does she have kids? Is she homeschooling? That kind of jazz. And then, after we cover the one-on-one worksheet, I do tell her I'm going to hold off on her questions, and we're going to come back to those at the very end. So she might already try to say oh, I got a quick question. Okay, great. We're going to actually table that and we're going to come back to the questions at the very end because most of the time all of your questions are going to get answered during the one-on-one. When I'm explaining the PR Hot Pockets, you guys are going to have your other team, whether it's a Facebook message group or a Facebook group that you have, just explaining what the intent of each of those groups is for. I do not explain what the Blended Beauties team page is just because it's really overwhelming as a new consultant to be added to that big team page when a lot of the times that stuff, is more out of state type of stuff. And I'm more so copying and pasting the things that are going to be more relatable to us, such as team incentives and things like that. So, just mentioning, that we're part of a team that's a $3 million team called the Blended Beauties. You might hear like Mama Ashley or just Blended Beauties mentioned. That's what that is. Our Pure Hot Pockets team, this is local to Minnesota. And this is where we have like a lot of team recognition, a lot of awesome like incentives. So utilizing this search group right away is really important. Letting them know that you do have a life outside of pure romance and that sometimes you might be on Facebook, but you're not able to answer messages because you're working on your personal business or just doing something else, and setting that expectation and boundary right away. So let's talk about like how they can find answers. So I tell them I also want to help them become as independent as fast as possible to help them succeed and fly. So there is a search button in the group. So let's say that you want to find anything out about lingerie or whatever example you want to give her. Quickly search and all these things are going to pop up. You can even search most recent. There is also even popular tags over here. There is also the Holy Grail, which I'm going to show you. So this team page and your checklist, which I'm going to show you as well. Those are your two main sources of resources for right now. So if you have questions and you can't find something, feel free to comment and post in here. And if I, let's say, can't get back to you, that's a great place to search and turn to. My job is to try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And I am always just doing my best to do that. So just setting that expectation right away so that you guys are not feeling like a slave to your team. And then next is we're going to dive into the checklist. So this is where I'm going to, at this point, I've already started sharing my screen. So I basically just start from the very beginning and I say, all right, have you logged into your account yet? If not, we're going to do that by clicking the My Information. Let's log in. Here's your email. Here's your password. And then once we get logged in, I just tell her like on your own time, I want to make sure that you check out, is your address correct? You're going to also, on your own time, upload a new photo. But right now, I want you to click on my website. So right now in here is when I have them, we're going to copy and paste, and we're going to Facebook message that to ourselves. As you guys can see on the checklist over here, we're just briefly covering like, this is your consultant online office, your back office, or your COO. I'm not showing them any of the tabs up here. I'm really just focusing on their website right now. I briefly explained that corporate ships everything out. You make a commission and you don't have to handle anyone's money. People can order off your website and it's super easy. So that's how we utilize our team-wide parties, which I'll kind of talk about in a moment, where you can really make money using your website. And then we also have where you're going to make 30% off all of your orders until you're going to hit $500 lifetime sales. Then once you hit 500 lifetime retail sales sold, then you're going to be making 40% off your website orders that are $40 or more and 30% off less than $40 orders. She's not going to remember that, by the way. She will continue to ask, and that's okay. Next up, on her checklist, we're just going to keep going down here. But I do like to just pop down here and just say, like, just make a little note to sign up for direct deposit. That's how you are going to get that money from your websites dropped right into your checking account every Monday. It does take a couple weeks for it all to go through and to link up, but I would get on that right away just so that you don't have to like wait for a paper check in the mail. Cool thing is corporate has little text out options. You will get a lot of emails from corporate. Just remember that, the corporate emails, there are going to be kind of like the buffet, and same with our team page. You get to choose what you want to do for training. You do not need to do it all. Here's an option to do a selfie. So what's like one of your favorite products that you love that you personally have? Coochie? Okay, cool. You're going to take a picture with Coochie and you're going to use this little announcement to pop that over to all of your social media and just start announcing that you're our consultant. Also, we have right here is we have like in case someone asks you about like what is pure romance, this is going to be a really great resource. I know, let's say she's had a million products. I know that you know a lot about our products, but it's just really important to have like a solid concrete thing that you would say like what pure romance is versus, yeah, I sell vibrators. The next thing on here is talking about Square. So I tell her, write on your checklist or write on your piece of paper watch the video on our Holy Grail about Square. I'll show you the Holy Grail in just a moment here, but just write that down and just write down watch video on Holy Grail. We're going to have you come back on your own time to watch that. It really depends on if you're wanting to collect people's money and have inventory on hand. And if not, and you just want to push your personal website, great. You don't have to sign up for Square. I also take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Facebook Pay. I take all that. I would also make a note what she says here, because based off if she's thinking she wants to do her own virtual parties, or if she wants to do in-home parties, it's really important just to make a note on your next steps worksheet. Did she actually watch the video of the Square? Did she set it up? Where is she at with that step? So just that's a follow-up question. And then the next thing that we talk about is going to be your Inventory Advantage program. So we talk about this. I say, at your own time, come back, watch the videos, read the testimonials. I'm going to pop down here to this spot here. This is generally, because now the Inventory Advantage programs might be different based on what the warehouse has available, but I say that this is generally what comes in your Inventory Advantage program. This can be actually all sold to help you make money, or if you want to have some items on hand to just show in some virtual parties, great. You don't have to open things like Bosom Buddy on a virtual party to talk about them, but things like Opening Act, that's a toy, you would have to open that. Once you open the seal, those products now cannot be sold. So when you accept your Inventory Advantage program, let's talk about things that you want to use for a demo, like Body Do. You're going to hold it up, but you could still actually sell it versus actually using it. But let's just talk about like what things you want to utilize for a virtual party versus things that we're going to physically sell. And then to accept this on your COO, I'm just going to show you really quick where that would be. And then I show her and I tell her like it's underneath the orders tab. She, when she does this, will have something called Inventory Advantage. And I say, since I'm not a new consultant, it's not populating here, but that's where you would go to accept that. And the nice thing about your Inventory Advantage program is, as it's listed here, you get $1,000 worth of product up front. You get 60% off. Right now, your buying discount is 30%. And you only are going to pay about $138 to accept that up front. That includes tax, shipping, and a small processing fee. And then over 5 months, each month you're paying $79 per month. It's super awesome to sell that product, to use it for your virtual parties. And then also too, when you do accept the Inventory Advantage program, you actually get a bonus gift, Business Builder gift set from me when you accept that. We do have a video on our team page, Holy Grail, talking about how to place your first order. So we'll show you how to do that. I know that, Sarah here, you would really wanted to get some things on discount personally. So I'll make sure that you get that video in your hands to kind of walk you through how to order things personally for you, or to talk about in a virtual party, or to sell to friends and family. Let's pop over now to this last section here. Doesn't really apply because this is more in-home party stuff. So we're going to talk about our Holy Grail really quick here. So again, we're on our team page. I'm going to go to announcements. And if you want to follow along, great. If not, I'm just going to have you kick back, relax, and watch what I'm doing and take some notes. So we're going to start here with our team incentives and our team dates. So this is really nice that we have this Google Docs link. This is a document for recognition. So, your first goal is to become an advanced consultant. That's where you have one friend or family member or client who wants to do what you're doing, make some extra money, have some fun, get a mad discount. I train them in, and it's super simple for you. Each month, when you have one active team member and you hit $1,000 in personal sales sold in that month, you get an automatic $100 cash back bonus. How awesome is that? What would you do with that? And I have her literally brainstorm and tell me. Even if it's a group, I still have them all tell me individually, and I write that down. And then when you hit a senior consultant, that's when you have 3 active team members. You get this really cool bling jacket. And even if you guys want to wear your bling jacket during the one-on-one, she'll be like, oh, dude, that's super sweet. So when you have 3 active team members, hit your minimums, you get $200 cash back bonus. I don't explain what the minimums are. She's probably confused if you do. So just keep it general. And then the other cool thing is we have monthly things that can help you get free things like free gift cards, free product, free Pure Romance gear. So take a moment to kind of dive through here. But basically showing up to our team rallies and just participating in the things that we have on our team page is really the easiest place and best way to get involved and get free shit. The next thing I'm going to have you write down, though, is we have our upcoming team-wide party dates. So today is April 5th. So we have our next team-wide party is April 10th. I'm going to have you write these next dates down. April 10th, 8 p.m., 14th, 8 p.m., 22nd, 8 p.m. These will all be a Facebook event. I'm not going to be able to add you to it until you comment on the thread that's advertised in the PR Hot Pockets. So make sure that you read the post. You're going to tag me in it, and I'm going to add you to that event. And then tonight, I'm going to show you how to utilize those team-wide parties and really what they are and how we can help you make some money. So the next team rally that we have coming up here is going to be May 3rd. Right now, we're not sure if it's going to be in person or online, but we will definitely keep you up to date. But just mark that on your calendar, May 3rd. It'll happen either way. So, and then obviously, you know, as you guys, let's say you're in Iowa or Missouri, then you guys have your own team dates here. And we can be updating this as so. All right. Hey, Dover. Real life. My dog is barking. Okay. We also have on our checklist. So we just did dates. We just did recognition. Now, encouraging the three-way conversation. Yeah, so when you're mentioning about the freebies and incentives and talking about the $100 cashback bonus, that's when I mention if you have a friend or family member who wants to learn more information, please group message me and I'll actually do all of the talking and we'll get her signed up on your team and I will do everything until you feel confident and comfortable knowing what to say. Then we're going to walk her through how to make a private VIP group, not a business page, and I explain the difference. She's physically going to get up her phone. If she's on Zoom and watching it from her phone, great. You're going to exit out and I'm going to physically walk you through. And that's where I literally go to my homepage. I'm going to show her how to make a group. We're going to click group. We want to make sure it's private, and I just explain why. Now I'm also going to Facebook message her the cover photo to add it to her VIP group. So that way she's not sifting through all of those cover photo options and taking a ton of time. This should be done fast, quick, easy, 5 minutes, okay? The group description, you know, I would just have her include her website in that, just a little blurb about what Pure Romance is. And then she can start inviting like her 3 best friends that she had already listed to you. Okay, so now for talking about the VIP group, I am going to tell her, all right, I'm going to have you write this down. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of things to do. I'm going to have you start making a list of 40 to 50 people that you want to start messaging and asking about your VIP group and also about the team-wide party. So your message would sound something like, hey, Sarah, I'm super excited. I just became a Pure Romance consultant. Hey, Bob. Oh my gosh, Siri. Hey, Becky, I just became a Pure Romance consultant and I am super excited that I just started my VIP group and I wanted to know if you wanted to be a part of it. There's going to be some discounts, giveaways, deals, funnies of the day, some really fun interactive things. And I'd love to have you be a part of this super fun community. Do you mind if I add you? And then she's going to respond back saying yes. And then you're going to talk to her and tell her about the team-wide party. Also, I would point out on the Holy Grail, so we're going to go back to announcements, and show her the VIP group section where it has really great stuff just guiding her in that position of like, you know, there's some really great videos of like some basics about your VIP group. How do you do a product of the week? What is the schedule? How do you figure out the pricing? Where do you find the this or that or the funny memes or other fun ideas to make interactive? You know, how do you grow your VIP group and also even a corporate resource as well of like a schedule of things that you can be posting as well. And then this is like our main thread. And I would just say like, you know, these are your options here for your VIP group. So check it out on your own time. And then I would also tell her, I'm going to have you pick out 1 to 3 items that you personally have at home. And you're going to go live for a pop the box, like launching your business kind of video in your VIP group. And maybe you have 2 people in your group, maybe you have 5, but it's just really helping you get comfortable and getting excited talking about the products. So I'm just going to have you pick out a date this week and let me know how that goes for your little Pop the Box. If she has a kit, awesome. Then we're going to just encourage her to go through the entire box. Either way, we're still going to follow the same steps. All right, so then I would write down that date. So like I would physically have her pick it out, like what day does she want to go live in her VIP group. And then you're going to write that down on the next steps worksheet. You could write it down in the encore party section or the launch party section, wherever you want to. But just following up before, the day after, see how it went, giving her some positive encouragement and just like focusing on the things that went really great, and really just having that be a positive experience. The next thing, we're going to talk about the team-wide parties section. So we're going to scroll down here. And I say too, like when you're ready to, book your own virtual parties, we got a section for that. But for now, we're just going to skip past that. We're going to go for prep for team-wide parties. So this is a literally step-by-step system of how to make the team-wide parties really helpful for you. So number one is, again, keeping your eye out for those posts that are posted by Nina to ask, do you want to be a part of it? Make sure you comment me and then you tag me or your sponsor. Depends, obviously, if she's under you or if you're training someone else, about getting added to that event. Make sure you RSVP going, and you're going to check out this post right here. This is going to give you some ideas of how you can start advertising on your Facebook story, on your personal page, VIP group, Instagram, Snapchat, all the fun things. This is going to be how you're going to personally message the ladies who liked or commented on your advertisements, and even too, some verbiage of like maybe how to personally message people who didn't comment on that thread of let's say people that you want to just at least tune in. There's some verbiage there too. Making sure that you're keeping a list of everyone is really important. We're going to remind our friends the day of the party as well. You're going to make sure that you watch the party if you are able to. It's a great shadow opportunity to see how a live party is done, the fun and interaction that can be had. And then also too, just tagging the ladies in the comments who you invited to that party. And then definitely making sure that you're following up. That is where the magic happens. And telling her again, like, you're going to use this script in this verbiage, in this post. It's literally going to walk her through step by step. If she says yes, if she says no, step 2, blah, 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 blah. I even have videos down here to show them how do you find and copy the event link? How do you find and copy your personal website? How do you find and copy your VIP group link? And then also too, it's talking about the egg post, or maybe it's a box post, whatever type of thing is happening here. This is just going to be the verbiage of how you can follow up. So the last thing on your agenda, we have your sponsoring goals, which we kind of already mentioned up here, talking about your promotions. Sorry, that's in there twice. Skip that. You've already talked about that. And then just really ending with, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? 10 being like super pumped to rock this out. I know what I'm doing. A 1 being I'm really confused and why did I join? So how would you rate yourself? So even in a group, I like to just write down like, how is she feeling? And like last night, my group of ladies, are like 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9s. It really just depends on the person, but a lot of them were like, yeah, I'm like really nervous but really excited, and they rated themselves at a 5. And it really just depends on the person, but I'd be more concerned if you saw more like less than 5s. And it's really just taking baby steps and just reassuring her she doesn't have to get everything done in this one day. But then I just recap at the end. Just want to make sure you guys are leaving here with some things to work on. Working on for sure your training checklist. Watch the Square video to get that set up. Messaging 40 to 50 people to get them into your VIP group and the team-wide party, following the Holy Grail steps. Picking 1 to 3 items to do your live this week on XYZ date. And then also to accept your IEP. And if you're ready, then you can start diving into the virtual parties. And if not, then we'll take it even slower. It's totally okay. So then we go over questions. And boom, your one-on-one is complete. So let's go back over to the trainer Holy Grail to make sure that you are on the same page about what to send her. Okay, so this is all laid out. This is all virtual one-on-ones, temporary. And then I have a different one down here where it says in-person one-on-ones. Everything below does not pertain right now. Okay, so make sure you're just in the virtual one-on-one section. This is, again, paper documents that I'm having on my end. I am still printing this out. I'm still using the binder. I'm still doing the after party call. The after party call might be like after the team-wide party, or maybe it is going to be after she has a virtual party. You guys get to kind of decide, but you should be touching base with your new girls weekly, seeing how things are going. How's your checklist? What are your questions? What can I help with? Have you checked out the Holy Grail section? Like, literally, it's the same conversation over and over and over. And then the Excel spreadsheet. So I am also using the Excel spreadsheet with like extra notes, like where is she at for like, her IEP. I put things on there, or I write it on my next steps worksheet. In the Excel spreadsheet, I'm kind of just tailoring things to like, okay, when it says like do her launch party, then I would maybe touch base like, about the launch party, like how is she feeling? Does she want to try to do a virtual party, and things like that? But otherwise, just really sticking to the team-wide parties and just doing it case by case, but really just using this checklist of the Excel spreadsheet as a reminder to just touch base, to follow up. But weekly is definitely something that you should be doing anyways, but really just, again, still sending her like the thanks for doing your one-on-one card, still doing the after party follow-up, doing the 90-day check-in. And if you guys have not yet figured out the Excel spreadsheet, that is your homework. You have to be able to be flexible and to figure this out. It's really not that difficult. So just pop in some fake dates if you need help. Don't be afraid to ask the trainers. We'd be more than happy to walk you guys through that. Okay, but you can't not be using it. We just got to tweak it because some of those things might not be applying right now, to like shadowing a party. The shadowing a party would be like Ashley's team-wide party. So that's definitely what we're going to be utilizing. And then what to send her. So we got 3 foil packs, 10 blank business cards, and then we're not going to be sending her any paper things, okay? So this is pretty basic. All the scripts and all these things are found on the Team Holy Grail. And let's say that she's ready to start booking her own parties. Awesome. Then that's really where I would screenshot. You don't need to be doing, a ton of phone calls, but just utilizing your screenshot and utilizing the Holy Grail and screenshotting if she's ready to book parties. Awesome. We have tons of resources right here. And then let's say she booked a party and she's like, now what? And by the way, here's the Square information. I forgot to point that out. I would physically point this out. I'm not going to ever watch this or get it set up. It's homework for her to watch. This video literally walks her through the 8 steps and talks about the Square debit card. But the cool thing is that for the prep for your launch party section, maybe she's ready and she's booked a party. She's like, now what do I do? I would screenshot this entire section and I would tell her, I want you to walk through this. I want you to take some notes and then let me know what questions you have. And then just talk to her. Do you feel comfortable doing a Facebook Live or do you feel comfortable doing a Zoom? Zoom is a little bit more for the advanced consultant, but it is also really effective. It's super, super fun. And I will tell you guys that you will be making more money if you're doing a Zoom party versus just a Facebook Live party, because you can get the interaction. People want to be with their friends and it's just super fun. But either way is going to work. We just want our girls to start working. So just let her choose, but she needs to figure out what she's going to do. If she's going to do Facebook Live, then she needs to make sure that her verbiage, is reflecting Facebook Live. So she needs to make sure she's reading through the verbiage. But there is also even videos about like how do you even set up a Zoom link? How do you do the shopping room link? How do you know what to demo? So the demo script here, but also too, we even have like product videos. This is like Pure Romance's YouTube channel of all the products and all that fun jazz too. And literally just all the way through like how do you take the hostess's order. There will be a video here coming soon. Oh, for the booked an online party right here. Yeah, that video will be coming through. And then also too, like how do you place your first order? Literally all of that same stuff is going to be here. So, and then you go into your in-home party section. So she doesn't need to be worrying about that stuff. So, Inventory Advantage Program gift. We decided 10 order forms and 10 blank thank you cards. And that way she's able to, and I'm writing a little note with it, like congrats on accepting your IEP. Super excited that you now have inventory on hand to sell to your friends and family. Thank you cards you can include in your include as like thank yous to hostesses, thank you to people who order off your website, or if you want to toss them into your, shipments that you ship people for products, that's always an option as well. And then down below, again, that's only in-person one-on-ones, which we're going to keep the exact same. So this is just our temporary situation. Again, please make sure you guys are utilizing that Zoom account for knowing who is on the Zoom account, utilizing that right here, and also pushing groups. So I did like a group of 8 the other night, and it worked out really well. People loved it. It was really awesome. So it went super, super well. And that's the end of that one-on-one meeting a guide. And I think that that's pretty much it. So just touching base with your girls weekly, you guys. We got this.